Hi, folks. I'm welcome and thanks for joining us this morning. My name's Andrew Hornby. I'm the Managing Director and Chief Exec of Hiremii, and I'm joined here with my colleague Pete Liddell. Pete is our Chief Product Officer. We're going to run through a short presentation today and open the floor to questions that you may have, and hopefully Pete and I can do a good job of answering those for you. So without further ado, we'll jump into the presentation. For those who aren't familiar with us, so a quick corporate overview. We are delighted as of this morning to formally welcome Chairman David Buckingham, who's moved from interim to full chair, which is fantastic. And we're also joined on the board officially as of today, Sophie Chen. So two exciting movements that we've had just today. So look, Hiremii, we're an AI technology company with established revenues and accelerating growth in energy mining and technology through our recruitment subsidiary Inverse Group. Currently, we're at 9-10% ownership of board and management. Market cap of today is around 8 million. We've got a finance facility in place of about 2.5. Cash in bank as of this morning, about 450k. We've currently got around 72% of our top 20. So we're looking in pretty good shape. We'll just move on. So quick strategic snapshot. So Aussie-based company, two core complementary business components. Hiremii Technology and Inverse Group, our recruitment subsidiary. Inverse Group provides recruitment expertise to some of the world's leaders in mining, energy, and technology. We started in WA, and we've been sort of branching out through Australia, APAC, and obviously more recently, which I'll touch on, into UK and Europe. Good, strong performance over the last 12 months. We were able to grow the top line by around 44% and hit those sort of stretch targets that we were hoping to achieve of around 30 million top line. We've got a long-term objective to become sort of market leading in talent intelligence. Medium term is to grow our contractor book, which is where we generate the bulk of our revenue within the company. And short term, I'm integrating with the Hiremii technology is to reduce time to hire for the Inverse recruitment team. And the byproduct of that is to improve and continue to grow our gross margins. Hiremii technology. So we're a developer of innovative artificial intelligence and machine learning tools focused on the recruitment sector. Those are very specific at this stage to both the energy and resources, complementing the capability that we have in Inverse. Strategic imperatives at the moment, so we're focused on the AI tools into the white-collar recruitment needs within the Australian mining, resource and technology sectors. Connect those AI tools more directly through Inverse Group into our customers and enhance their experience. Improving data, increasing data capture opportunities to better inform the AI so that it can provide improved performance. Through candidate acquisition, we're automating and scaling our marketing operations to rapidly achieve scale for that too. So we recently put out our Q1 25 results. We were particularly pleased with that period. So we had record quarterly cash of around 9 million, which is fantastic. Revenue was up 11% versus PCP. We were just shy of top line versus the previous quarter. The reason for that is one of our large clients actually lost a long-term operations and maintenance contract. So that was a one-off hit to our contractor book, which flowed into the quarter and flows into this quarter as well. It is a one-off event. Our focus is to regrow that top line. We had some good improvement on our gross profit, which is the all-important number. That was up 8.4 PCP, and it was up against last quarter, which was Q4, and that was our previous record as well. So a 27% EBITDA loss improvement. So we are pretty close. We're tracking near or above consolidated break even. In the month of September, the recruitment business generated about 230k of EBITDA. So we're pretty close. We're there or thereabouts in terms of being a profitable consolidated operation. I'm pleasingly, the Hiremii AI platform is now operational through the recruitment side of our business through Inverse Group. It's improving performance within the team, and it has commenced commercialization. When I pass over to Pete, he'll give you a little bit more information around sort of where we are for that. In the period, we were able to secure a capital raise of 600K before costs. That was at a 30% premium to the 15-day VWAP, and that was in partnership with Sequoia Financial Services. So I'm super happy we got to partner with a large and well-reputed entity like Sequoia. I'm very excited to have those guys on the register, and I'm certainly keen to see how we can work and support from those guys as we go forward. Just a little bit more of a snapshot about our revenue. You can see there consistently since the Inverse acquisition, which I think occurred in H2 FY21, we've had some nice growth there. CAGR 63% per annum, and that's pretty impressive. And look, as I've said many times, we're an ambitious company, and we're looking at what solutions we can come up with to continue that impressive growth. That's certainly the focus for our business. Strong H2 certainly helps us achieve that 30 mil top line. Focus continues to be maturing the existing relationships that we have, particularly in that engineering segment, as we also look for further diversity, particularly supporting energy transition projects and into technology opportunities as well. These figures are obviously before our planned AI integration, and we're expecting to see some results in improved performance, which will hopefully lead to improved GP as we go forward as well. So yeah, we're in a good position. I'm going to pass over to my colleague Pete, and Pete can run through a little bit more information about the tech. And without further ado, I'll pass the microphone.
Thanks, Andy. From a product team perspective, we've got a very simple objective, and that's to generate better talent faster. The Inverse team is, as a recruitment entity, is really valuable to the product team, and the tech benefits from our close relationship with them. Obviously, a library of really good quality training information for the AI, but also a team of highly specialized white-collar recruitment experts that are not shy to provide us with pretty raw feedback on the tech, which allows us to iterate really quickly and take less risk in the market. So really good to be part and have that team on hand to help us with our product development. It's important that we actually leverage what they know and don't lose that in the implementation of the tech. So we know that not all engineers are the same, and we need to sort of maximize and maintain the differentiation between the energy sector, the resources sector, and the technology sectors. So we do go to quite some effort with the tech to make sure that that training material is segmented by industry vertical, but also down to client level, so it learns at client level. So that's a really big advantage that we have by having Inverse help us develop our technology. Additionally, we are able to respond to market dynamics really quickly, so we sort of know about projects as they come through an expression of interest form before often they get final investment decisions, and that really helps us to make sure that the recruitment tool is ahead of the game and doing things that other tools can't do. And of course, with everything tech these days, there's a really strong focus on the user experience. People have very high expectations around usability. They're trained by their devices that they have in their pocket that are running on Apple operating systems or Google operating systems. Their expectations are very high, so we set high expectations for ourselves when we're developing the user interface. How that translates into a product roadmap and our commercial success is been broken down into a few sort of steps. The first stage of that's already been complete from a development point of view. We've done the client user interface, building the job descriptions and the skills extraction interface, and some back office operations in AI matching that are all designed to deliver some operational efficiency, reduce the time to fill, and improve the profitability. So you see some of that in the KPIs that I'll show you in a minute, but also hopefully coming through the financials increasingly as we go forward. Stage 2 is actually really close to deployment now. It's in final testing. It's the other side of the two-sided marketplace. It's the candidate interface. We're doing a new job board function, quick apply process, and some skills extraction from CVs. That's all performing really well in testing. That should make it faster to advertise, easier for candidates to apply to jobs and improve their user experience, which hopefully translates to an increased candidate market share, which is obviously important. Then early in the new year, we'll be looking at wrapping that up with the shortlist user interface, which is really where we get to do some innovative stuff and bring the product forward to what I would consider to be a SaaS solution for talent acquisition. And that should expand our target market and give us opportunity to start generating subscription revenue with an improved client experience. And then looking a little bit further down the development pathway, we'll expand and build on that as a talent acquisition tool, start to pull some of the insights from the data that we're collecting and really turn it into an HR product. So expanded user bases, increased subscription value, and improved interoperability with other systems. Just to wrap up the stage 1 operational efficiency thing, since we're in market with that, what we've seen previously, it was taking about, I think the best we timed it in pre-testing was about 24 minutes for a recruiter to put a job into the system relatively accurately and generate an advertisement off the back of that and push it through the systems that we currently use. On average, I think it was up to an hour. Currently, we're averaging less than 10 minutes, which translates to a pretty decent efficiency gain. On top of that, we're also seeing some really important qualitative improvements. We're getting skills tagging, like really thorough, detailed skills tagging in the job descriptions, which previously wasn't happening, or you'd get very limited tags. And that's really helpful for AI. And as a result of that, we're already seeing AI matching happening in the database that provides our recruiters with good opportunity to get to market quickly. And additionally, the quality of the job ads is improved, more consistent, improved grammar, those sort of things. So making good progress, but still a lot more work to be done.
Cool. Thanks, Pete. Look, I think it's important to, I guess, keep you guys as interested in investors and those sort of sitting on the sidelines to understand our business as well. Look, we've got a quite a thorough process of stage 1 to 4, and we're sort of midway through that as well. The opportunity to monetize and commercialize throughout that is there. Pete and the team are talking to Inverse clients directly at the moment as well to see how we can be impactful for their businesses. So the great thing about having the Inverse business is that we can make all those mistakes, we can get real-time information, we can pivot quickly, we can meet the changing needs of the market through that. So it's a great opportunity to test, and I've been really impressed with the way that Pete and the team have integrated with Inverse. To some degree, that replicates a lot of our clients and prospective customers as well. So we're making good headway. I expect in the new year, once we've integrated the shortlist solution into this, we've got a really powerful opportunity ahead of us that we can talk to both existing customers while we're also focused on efficiency gains through Inverse. As I've touched on in the past as well, we are continually looking for opportunities to scale Inverse. Part of the opportunity of bringing a wider board as well is to enhance those opportunities so that we're ready to leverage should we find suitable and exciting opportunities to go forward. So yeah, great time in both tech and recruitment, and the two are working closely together. So look, and that segues a wee bit into our current customer profile. And I guess what you can see on screen there are some large multinationals. I think the clients that we're working with and we're invoicing on a daily and weekly basis, they have well in excess of 1 million employees working for them globally. So there's a big opportunity once we start to build some trust with those organizations in the tech space as well. We can really work with them to accelerate the opportunities that we can see as a business. We do have some, as you can see on screen, we've got some oil and gas, large oil and gas clients you'll be familiar with. There's some entrepreneurial startup sort of scale up renewable energy companies. There's also some big conglomerates like a Mitsui & Co, for example. So yeah, we've got a really good suite. That's just a handful of existing customers, but we, yeah, look, we've got a great opportunity ahead of us and a good suite. In terms of addressable market, I've obviously just touched on that. We have, I guess, our immediate focus is on the addressable Australian mining, energy, and tech sector, and we think that's worth about 4.1 billion. You know, we're probably down there at the moment at a 1% market share, but we certainly have a significant opportunity ahead of us. When you look at the broader employment, placement, and recruitment services revenue, you're nearly up there at about 18 billion, and globally it's a $1 trillion opportunity. The focus is in harnessing what we know and what we do well, and that's particularly mining, energy, and technology. Those opportunities are already taking us further overseas as well. Some of the early observations from the work that we are looking at overseas as well, particularly in the UK and US markets, is higher margin opportunities. We've been really excited about some of the work that we're currently supporting, particularly in that new energy space. But I'm also buoyed by the fact that it looks like a higher margin opportunity there as well. So it's given us something to think about as a business as we continue to grow. So look, key investment highlights. Look, these haven't changed massively since we carried out our last presentation to market. The AI space continues to move forward. It's obviously becoming more relevant to everyday life in our personal side, in work and business. It's becoming a really hot topic, right from boardroom to operational into organizations. We've got a great understanding of AI. We're harnessing that in the space that we know well. So we're driving automation in the recruitment space. So we're very much exposed and able to leverage the opportunity with AI. Nice segue into our near-term growth catalyst, as Pete has explained in the processes that we're working through now. We do have a proprietary AI engine, Shortlist. It's a very powerful tool. It is, I think, ahead of the market. We haven't seen anything as advanced here in Australia. So look, we're obviously moving forward as quick as we can to get that integrated with the current platform and the processes that we have. I think that gives us a really powerful competitive advantage to obviously the other organizations that sort of compete in this sector, and also to our clients as well, who are looking at harnessing AI for their own business. We've got a growing expertise in energy transition. So if we look at the skills that are required in energy transition, if you think about the molecule side and how that transitions into ammonia, CCS, hydrogen, as sort of three main opportunities there, it's very chemical and process based. Obviously, we're used to high compliance, high temperature, high pressure environments. So there's a lot of opportunities from our traditional energy customers to help transition people across. With the technology as well, it's able to provide some predictive opportunities. So we are looking at how do we lever the information we're starting to understand about candidates, clients, projects, and industries to help those people over the long term transition into other sectors. Speaking, I guess, specifically about some of the recruitment assignments in the UK, really interesting space, quite new for us as a business, but because we're doing quite well here in Australia, it has opened up overseas opportunities for us. Two key ones at the moment. One's been a battery recycling opportunity. They're building a plant in the Midlands in the UK. They're also building plants here in Australia, and we've been able to leverage that experience. as we have progressed some of that, we've even opened the doors to things like modular nuclear, which is really, really interesting. Again, we're learning because I think that is an advanced market and it will help us over time here in Australia as well. So we have a nice exposure to those high growth sectors. We can see, certainly from a government perspective, there's been stimulus into this area. The private sector are now starting to expand. We are seeing interesting opportunities in the Australian market, particularly in CCS as one that's progressed forward, certainly with the super majors more recently. So we are continuing to build the automation in the AI space, and that's built on the expertise that we have in the business with Inverse. So we're truly able to integrate technology experts into our recruitment business with the use and the drive from actual recruitment experts who have been doing this for a long, long time. So look, really excited. We've got short, medium, and long-term opportunities ahead of us as a business. Obviously, we're $7-8 million market cap. I think we're primed for a really good short, medium, and long-term future. So as always, I am more than happy and welcome questions or phone calls from investors. We do like to take the opportunity when we can to have conversations and obviously keep you guys abreast. So feel free to reach out. We're in Perth. If anyone's in Perth as well, feel free to give us a shout. Pete and I have spent some time in Sydney, and we probably plan over the next year or so to spend a bit of time in Melbourne, Sydney, and here in Perth as well. So always open to calls, emails, and questions. We've got a disclaimer on the back, so I'd encourage people to just have a quick look at the disclaimer as well. And look, that's everything from me. We'll just jump into the chat to see if we have any questions online, which we'll be delighted to answer. And if not, we'll close up today and obviously welcome any future calls and emails.
Silence.
I'm not sure we've had any questions come through, so I'll maybe just wait for a moment or so. And if anyone does have any questions, feel free to fire them through. Okay, it doesn't look like we've got any questions today. So thanks so much to everyone who's joined us. We're really excited that we were able to secure Pete on a permanent basis. He's actually been with the business for 9 months now. So that's been a fantastic sort of short-term uplift for us in the business. As I said, the tech team and the recruitment team are working phenomenally well together. So certainly an exciting future ahead. And hopefully we'll connect with you guys again soon. Thanks very much.